you guys. I can fly like I could before. I can fly with happy thoughts once more. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
You guys ready? Okay. Open ears, closed mouth, right? Okay. There once was a boy named Peter Pan. He never wanted to grow up. He lived in a land far, far away called Neverland. Peter had a lot of friends in Neverland, but some nights Peter would fly to London and sit by a window and listen to the stories told by a girl named Wendy. He loved the stories that Wendy told to her brothers, Michael and John. They were the most fantastical stories about a boy named Peter Pan, who lived in Neverland. One night, as on most nights, John and Michael were bugging Wendy for a story.
Tell us the story, Wendy. Please, what's the story? Tell us the one about Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Okay, sit down quickly, boys. I can tell a story about the jumping. One day, Peter Pan and the Lost Boys were on their way to Mermaid Park when the nasty Captain Hook appeared. Peter Pan, what are you doing here? See, I told you boys here. I was hoping you would come back. Last time you left your shadow and I have kept it for you. Would you like for me to switch it back on? Well, yes, please. I have missed my shadow a lot. Go! Come on. What's that sound? Oh, that's just Tinkerbell. She is a fairy and she goes with me everywhere I go. Come say hi, Tink.
Tinkerbell was not very impressed with Wendy. She was a little jealous because Peter liked her so much. She flew around the room a little angry, but enjoyed watching the boys playing. While Wendy sewed on Peter's shadow, Peter saw the boys pretending to sword fight and had an idea.
I have an idea. Let's all go to Neverland. Oh, Peter, how wonderful. But how will we go there? Fly, of course. Fly? It's easy. All you have to do is think happy thoughts and with the help of a little pixie dust, you can fly. Come on, Pink. Welcome to Neverland. Here we never have to grow up, and Wendy can be our mother, telling us stories all the time. Who's this riddle? Why did they come to Neverland? Did you catch them, Peter? He is going to be our mother, telling us stories all the time. This here are her brothers, Michael and John. Hi boys, it's very nice to meet you all. Tell us the story, Miss Wendy. Please tell us the story. I will tell you one later, boys. But first, I want to see the rest of Neverland. Please, Peter, would you show me? Yes, sure. But I gotta do push-up first. 1, 2. Have you boys ever seen Indians? Oh yes, we can help you to find the Indians. Okay, let's go. Follow me. Father, you need?
While the boys were off on their adventure searching for Indians, Peter and Wendy were flying over Neverland. As they flew over Neverland, Peter told Wendy about all the adventures he had had and all the places that they could see. They had a wonderful time exploring the countryside through the air. Suddenly, they heard a loud noise. It was Captain Hook. He was firing his cannon at Peter and Wendy. He was always trying to catch Peter, and seeing him flying through the air, he thought it was the perfect opportunity. Peter and Wendy ducked and dove, trying to avoid getting hit by Captain Hook's cannons.
Fire! Again! Get him! We have to get Peter Pan! I got it!
Peter and Wendy escaped Captain Hook's attempts on their lives and landed at Mermaid Pond. Wendy was impressed with how beautiful it was, and Peter flew off, leaving Wendy with the mermaids to go and see what the Lost Boys were getting up to. In the meantime, the Lost Boys had found the Indians. They were getting to know each other around the campfire when Peter arrived. Peter and the chief talked for a while, and then the chief decided the Indians should welcome their new friends with a dance to celebrate.
Fly like the eagle, run like the deer, swim like the fish, growl like the bear, slither like the snake, creep like the fox, hop like the rabbit, howl like the wolf. Twinkle like the star, shine like the sun, blow like the wind, grow like the flower, flow like the mountain stream, turn like the earth, rumble like the thunder, fall like the rain. How wow!
After their dance, the Lost Boys, Michael and John, headed back to their treehouse. The boys were getting tired, and it was almost time for bed. Now, we didn't forget about Wendy, don't worry. She was having a marvelous time getting to know all the lovely mermaids. They were telling her some stories about Peter and all the mischievous things that he got into. Wendy didn't believe a word of it because she thought that Peter was the bravest and best boy that had ever lived. Now, there is one important friend that we have not mentioned at all. Her name is Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is a fairy. She is also one of Peter's best friends. She was always on lookout to warn Peter about the dangerous Captain Hook. Now that Wendy was in Neverland, Peter had forgotten all about Tinkerbell, and this made her very sad and a little angry. Tinkerbell decided to tell Captain Cook how to catch Wendy and her brothers. She thought that maybe Wendy would go back to London and Peter would go back to being normal. She then flew straight to Captain Hook's boat. Captain Hook was very surprised to see her.
Tinkerbell, what are you doing here? You want me to kidnap someone? Her name is Wendy. This will bring Peter Pan straight to me. Let's go, man. We've got some work to do.
the spot so deep, deep, deep. X marks the spot so deep, deep, deep. On the run, escape is what we'll do. Now we have the booty and I, a mighty crew. And your guns, the cannon's on the way. Load your can well, lads, and wait until I say, coming about, so ready, set, fire! Coming about, so ready, set, fire! All say, and sail the open sea. Hoist the jolly runner and the pirate we shall be. Hey, hey, windward or to lee. Hoist the jolly runner and the pirate we shall be. All say, and sail the open sea. Hoist the jolly runner and the pirate we shall be. Hey, hey, windward or to lee. Hoist the jolly runner and the pirate we shall be. A pirate we shall be. Oh, a pirate we shall be. A pirate we shall be.
Oh no! The pirates captured Wendy and the boys. Whatever will they do? Who will save them? Oh look! It's Peter Pan! He will save them!
Peter Pan saves the day. Cheers for Peter!
Hooray! Captain Cook was finally gone for good, and Neverland was safe. Peter and the Lost Boys were ready to go back to playing all day, but Wendy, Michael, and John were beginning to miss their home and their mother. They really wanted to go home. They knew they would miss Neverland and all their new friends, but they also knew they would never forget all the adventures that they'd had and the many things that they had seen. Happy thoughts and pixie dust, and off they go.
Let's go,
The
you
end.
guys! I can fly like I could before.